Pilates with prompts, light weights, here we go. And Mr. David. All right, let's warm up those shoulders. We'll take wide feet, shoulder rolls and bends. Breathing into the nose, out through the mouth. Good. Let's also take our palms up, warm up the upper back. Get these shoulders ready. Good. Then let's come back to this bent knee and just push out and in. Stick our tail out a bit, add some core here. Fire up our mid back a little bit more. Good, now stay here and add our little windmill and our little baby lunges. Knees and toes straight ahead. Good, and then come back up. Let's take our rotation and plot. Rotate, plot the arms. Good, back to center, and let's take our side bend. Inhale, exhale. Let's do that again. Let's also, with our feet wide, go ahead and take a roll down. So chin to chest, slowly gliding down, hanging at the hips. Hold there for a moment. Let those hamstrings release. Woo. Walk over to one foot and leg. Other side. Back to center. Soften the knees and slowly walk up the legs round and stack. And then just open that heart to the sky and come back to center. All right, let's come to the pelvis and figure 8 here. Let it go up the spine, a little freestyle, whatever feels good today. Good. And back to center. Let's come into our parallel. We're going to bend, straighten, and lift those heels. Good, now something a little different. I'm going to have you flex up, alternating and flex up with a straight knee. Flex up the feet, so you're just rocking on the heel, bringing the toes as close to your shin as you can. Good, and stretch that out. All right, let's shake all this out, and let's go ahead and add our weights. Do some of our standing work here. Okie dokie. So first things first, we'll just open our stance, add our outward rotation back in with our weights, palms up, neutral wrist, and you're just pulling that belly button in while we attempt to get the arms, as far past our torso as they'll go, or as your shoulders will let you. Good, then we're gonna leave them out. Go ahead and add your bicep curls in as in an outward rotated position. Just keep breathing, pulling that core in, feeling super centered. Warming these up, then we're going to add a few things. Good. Now, come back to parallel and add bicep curls back to the front for a minute. But you still want your shoulders to feel nice and open in the front. And also feel activated in your core so that you're not sitting in your lumbar right now. Good. All right, you got it. Take a shoulder roll. Now, we're going to remember how we balance. We're just going to, let's just practice this for a moment. You're just going to put one foot next to the other knee, hold there for a moment, and what you want to do is just keep your little waist level. So you don't want to move your pelvis anywhere. Keep it level, a little activated. See if you can hold the other foot next to the other knee. Even if you have to touch down and go again, that's fine. So just alternate this for a moment. And then hold a little longer to one side. And then hold a little longer to the other side. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to come back to, and I'm going to let you pick once you get up there in a balance, whether you're going to alternate or whether you're going to do same. So we're going to strike our little balance and see if you would like to alternate your bicep curls while you're balancing. Maybe it helps. Or try both. All right, try the other side. So find your little balance and pull in that belly button to spine and see what works. Maybe it's different each side. Good. All right. Now I'm going to have you just touch. I want to do this. Let's see if you can see. I'm just going to have. I'll show you from the front. I'm just going to have you lift a leg just to the front, just off of the floor to the front, and add back in your outward rotated bicep curl. So just see if you can hold a leg just a few inches off the floor for just a moment. Straight knees, just powering up your core. Still got a nice balance going on. Try the other side. Find it first. Pull that waist in, and then add your bicep curls. See if you can hang on to it for a moment. Smile and breathe. Woo! All right, shake that out. Good job. All right, now we're going to warm up these guys. We're going to go a bit in a parallel overhead. And then we're also going to go back and forth between your tricep press. So I'm going to go to the side here. We're going to do front kick with the other leg, back kick. Front kick, back kick. Go as slow as you need to. Keep your balance. And keep holding on to those P muscles. One more set. All right, now we switch it to the other leg going front and the other leg going back. We come back to center, little lean press. And Okay, you team. Okie dokie, now we're going to our sides. And at any time the legs are too much, you can always just touch the floor, all right? So back to centering your pelvis, power up your core, little soft elbow. We're gonna do our side lateral lifts and delt lifts. Woohoo! All right. Shoulder roll that out, wiggle around that pelvis. Woo! All right. Good, good. Okay, let's come back to first position. And we're gonna just do our rounded, like hug a tree or hug a beach ball. And so we're gonna, you can kind of slide your weights to the end if you needed to. You can hold them in the middle or just let them hang there at the tip. I'll let you decide. But keep them about your sternum, not too high, and we're just gonna open and close. Open and close. So we're in our little Pilates position, outward rotating the thighs. And keep this a good, slightly low angle. Elbows are lifted a bit. Also think about those shoulder blades staying back and down. Try not to curl your shoulders forward. Belly button in and up, or hold your peak. Good. Okay, roll that back up. All right, we're gonna go back to parallel. Let me warm this up for you first. So we're gonna watch your fingers. We're gonna put our arms in that tricep position. And we're gonna just watch out for your head. We're just gonna straighten the elbows and bend, straighten and bend. But we're gonna see if we can't add our heel raises. So you're gonna pull that core in as you rise the heels. You're gonna straighten the elbows and then bend the elbows, come back to your heels. So rise and lift and come back. Lift and lift and lift. Good. Now, if you can also get a slight rock back on your heels when you land, that could be cool, but don't overdo it. Just give it a try. Heel lift, rock onto the heels. Heel lift, heel rock, or toes up. And one more. Yay. Woo. All right. We're doing it, y'all. Okay. Let's try. Oh, no, I know. Oh, we need to do this one. All right, so let's take our. All right, let me get my choreography here. Okay, right. So this is the one where we do palms up, we step out, and then we gently glide up overhead, touch, watch out for knuckles, and then we come back to center and we step out the other way. Take a nice little squat there. But kind of an upright squat. It's just really bend in the knees and hold your center. And bend the knees, hold your center. Good. One more each. Really pull that core in. Lengthen that lumbar here. Awesome. Okay, now we're going to go on to just a little standing lunge. just wide enough where you can really hold your balance here. Front knee is bent, back heel's down. Center the pelvis, and we're just going to do our little stationary running arms. Good. Switch that out to the other side. Find your lunge and your balance first. You can always slightly inward rotate that front foot and thigh if it helps you keep your balance any better. Pull in the core, and here we go. Good, and bring that back. Woo! Okay, lovelies, let's head on down. Just place your weights near wherever your head's gonna end up. I will meet you down there. Okie dokie. Oh yeah. There we are. Woo. All right, let's do this. Let's do this guy. Let's tuck the foot in next to the other knee and try to go forward. Oh, this is funny even for me. I'm so tight right now. Well, all we can do is laugh. You know, it's better to laugh than cry. And just keep breathing and wait for it, because eventually the fascia will loosen up. Hey, let's add a flex and point while we're here, since our torso might not be going anywhere. Whew. All right, let's come back upright. Let's just try it again, walking forward. All right, well, it's all right. Just take a breath or two and relax the neck. And come back up and switch it out. Let's see what kind of fun's over here. Well, we'll try it. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, add your flex and point. Come up, inhale, and exhale, walk it forward. Release the neck, just breathe. And back up. Okay, fine, let's straddle them, because that one didn't work so well. Let's walk down our straddle leg. Oh yay, look at all that rain. Yay. Good, there's hope again. Walk it back up, down the other side. And to center. And back up. Then opposite hand slide reach. how much more range is here. And then the other side. And center. And back up. All right, slide it down, slide it down, slide it down. Okie dokie. Let's go on to our backs. Go ahead and scoop in those knees and bring them in for a gentle hug and a little side rock, holding the knees in, loosening up that lumbar some more, resettling the SIs. Good. Now, with the hands on knees, keep the thighs together for a moment and just circle the thighs around one way, glued together. So you're going right around your sacrum. And then reverse. Back to center. Now let's separate the thighs. In, away from each other, and then back down the middle. Now we're going to open up those hips. And reverse. Good. And then the feet back down. Let's also take that 6 o'clock, and I want you to curl into the 6 and hold it there. Feel the stretch of the low back, lengthening into the mat. Just release any tension here. I've just been doing this an awful lot on the mat and up against the wall, and it has really, really helped bring my center back and help heal my my back injury. So, and now you can hold on to that deep 6 and take a baby rock from back of the waist to back of the waist on each side. Back to center. And then release that to neutral. All right, let's take those weights back in our hands and just rest those elbows straight out for a moment. And let's just press, touching the elbows and lifting up to the sky here. Just gonna prep a few things and we're gonna coordinate a few things. Good. Now, I'm going to have us pick up one leg. Let me see here. I'm just going to send it up to the sky, and you're just going to hold that for a moment while we add some arms back in. Keep the shoulder blades grounded. Bring that leg down, other leg up. A few more. Good. Now, we're going to bring the elbows next to our ribs and warm up the same thing. Presses up. Good. Now I'll take a pause and bring each knee back in for a moment. Hold your P muscles, cinch in, and let's go on to our toe touches. And once you get that coordinated, then lift and lower the arms again, touching the elbows right next to the ribs. take a pause, flex the heels, cinch in the waist, hold your P muscles, and heel touch with the weights. Moving up and down. Good. Bring the feet down and bring the arms down for a moment. Take a pause. All right. Let's warm up another one here. Bringing the feet back up. Lower leg back up. And then we're going to open the thighs and close the thigh center. So open and close. Keeping a nice seat belt across your pelvis. Good. So pause there, add the weights back in. Now we're going to do our little chest fly, so a rounded arm. We're going to open the arms and the legs and close the arms and legs. Careful of your knuckles. Open and close over the sternum. Open and close. Good. And then bring the feet back down. All right, while we're here, let's go ahead and do the tricep maneuver again. And that is bending at the elbows, watch your head. Keep the blades down. And we're just gonna bend and straighten here. No legs for right now. I want you to concentrate on this one. Actually, there is something we could add, but I'm gonna do it in a second. All right, so now take a pause. I'm going to add something, but not a movement, just a hold. So we're going to bring the feet back up. We're going to slowly lengthen the legs and just hold them now. They're both of them up in the air. Low abs have to kick in, and now add your triceps back in. Good. Fold the knees in for a moment. Place the weights back down. Just take a pause. Breathe. All right, let's hold on to one knee. We're going to flex the feet. Just stretch out the other leg on the 45 and then switch. Switch, hold for a moment. Switch, hold. And bring those back in. All right. Shoo. Let's take the feet to the edge of the mat and make sure that you're centered if you haven't already. Down your mat. All right, let's let the arms relax for a minute while we go into deep rounded bridge. So 6 o'clock. Feel that same stretch of the low back. Hold on to that contraction now. And peel up one vertebrae at a time. Big old breath and a long exhale. To set each vertebrae back down, rock it out, back into the 6. Hold on to that contraction. And then peel it back. Just keep breathing. Exploring and stretching that spine. Slowing down where you need to for you. One more. Good. Then let's rock up on the heels and go into neutral lift. So now you want to corset in, hydraulically lift, and lower. Exhale up, inhale down. Good. Bring that back into parallel. Let's go back to rounded bridge and parallel for a moment. 6 o'clock, peeling it up. Exhale, peeling it back down, and really working on that deep 6. Going and returning. All right. Now, what I want to do, pause there. I want to add the arms, but not the weights. I'm going to have you ground your shoulder blades and leave the arms up here. Actually, I'm going to have you slightly lower them, just past perpendicular. I'm going to have you lower them just slightly. And now add your rounded bridge back in. Keep going. Keep your shoulder blades grounded, and this will help activate a little bit more of the upper core. Good. Now we're going to come up and find our balance. Just hold there for a moment. See if you can hang on to that contraction in the air. Breathe. Leave your arms there. And then peel it back down. Good. All right. Let's see here. Oh yeah. Let's do this for a moment. Let's bring one knee back in and just lengthen that leg for a moment. Take a little circle around. And then reverse. Hold it there. Add your flex and point back in. Let's bend the knee, pull the thigh in towards you. Inhale. Exhale, lengthen the leg, hamstring stretch. Bend it in. Inhale, keep your sacrum down, but you're just trying to get that thigh towards you as much as you can. As you lengthen, hold there. Try one more. Bend it in. Exhale up and draw it towards you. Lengthening the knee as best you can. Good. Send it down and back underneath you and bring the other one in. Knee in. Lift the leg up. Do a little circle. And reverse. Hold it still. Flex and point. Fold the knee in, get it as close to you as you can with the sacrum still down. Lengthen the knee, hold it. Bend it in. And lift it. Hold it. Again, bring it in. Keep it close to the chest. And lengthen it up. Hold there. Be one with it. Good. And let it float and back underneath. And then just send both legs out and roll and wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Okie dokie. Let's go on to sideline. We'll keep a weight nearby. Yeah. So let's bend the knee, sorry. And we'll do this little series here. All right, so we've got, without the weight, we're going to be doing our outward rotation. So if the weight's too much, you can always just do the range of motion. And then we've also got our Big Mama clamshell. We're going to try to keep the pelvis steady because of our strong core. Let's see if we can add both in. So with the weight, we're going to outward rotate the shoulder and the hip and then close to parallel. Open out and control the lowering. Good. Now we're going to leave the elbow outward rotate if that's working okay. Now we're going to straighten and touch the side, straighten and touch the side. If that's going okay, we're going to go to a little baby clamshell. So we're going to press up and out, bring it all in. Up and out, bring it all in. Ease that back down, put the weight back down. Let's send out the bottom leg, tuck the top leg back for a moment, and let's just change it up by lifting and lowering the inside of the bottom leg. Good. All right, bring all that back, and let's do our arm circle stretch. So we're going to rounded arm along the front, palm down. We're going to go overhead to the back. The palm is naturally going to come up. Arm is gonna outward rotate back there, go slow, and then it gets to your hip, and then you palm down, rounded arm again, up and around. Feel that shoulder blade really getting down in there. But if something doesn't feel right at any, just lessen the range or change it up to something that does feel good. Good, now let's reverse it. So now from the hip, palm up, go slow, palm down in the front, palm up. Good, back to the hip for some loving and rubbing. And patting. On over to the other side, just bring that weight with you. Whew. All right, so let's just get this side warmed up. So we're going to do our outward rotation with the shoulder and the leg. And then we'll add our weight. Outward rotate, and then close parallel. Pull that belly button back in. Good. Now a little baby clamshell, and the arm is going to go up and then touch the side, up and out, touch the side. Lower the weight down, and we will tuck the top foot, stretch out the bottom leg, and lift and lower the inside. Good. Fold that back in. Let's do our arm circle, palm down in the front, overhead. Naturally opens upward slowly as you go back behind you, and then to the hip and back around. Go slow, especially where that blade needs to, glide out of the way for the shoulder joint to open. Breathe. Relax the weight of the arm. And then reverse from the hip. Now you go palm up, slowly glide. And then palm down in the front. And back to the pelvis for some loving. Hips. Whew. All right. On to our bellies. see here. We've been working on all kinds of things. Just move those weights out of the way for a moment. I want to do a couple things. So we're going to start with our goal pose. Let's relax the legs, push that pubic bone into the mat and leave it there. You don't want your tail lifting off. And then really cinch in the core. You're hovering your nose off the mat. And we've done these a lot, but I'm going to keep doing them because I think they're helping. And I'm going to add a couple different ones today. So we're going to take one arm at a time up to the sky in our bent elbow position, cinching in that waist and keeping the butt cheeks and the pubic bone down, powered up. Feel that glide of the shoulder blade going toward the spine. We just stretched it and moved it, so it should have some pretty good range right now. All right, now we are going to bring the arms down by our sides, palms down. Now we're not going to do full ship maiden. I'm just going to have you do, keep your 6 o'clock, keep your pubic bone down, and just one arm at a time, lift it as high behind you as you can. Here's your triceps again. So just as high as you can, right out from your thigh, up and down. Palm is down, so you're a little outward rotated already. Good. Now, glide the arms above the head. Hover the nose, pubic bone down, glutes still powered up. Belly button in and up. One arm at a time up here. Might not have a lot of range, that's okay. You can also widen them a little bit. If it's too scrunchy, you can open them out a little bit. You can soften the elbow, whatever you feel like you need to do. See if you can get a little bit more range if they're slightly wider and the elbow is softer. Keep that pubic bone down though, because I can feel my tail wanting to really lift off here. Keep those glutes powered up, alternating the arm lift. Good. All right. I'm going to show you what we're doing. I'm going to move myself. You stay put. I have to move away from this table to do this, but let you see that. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take, leave the arms above, attach that pubic bone. We're going to hover one arm. We're going to do a wide sweep. I don't know if you can see me. Hope you can see me. We're going to do a wide sweep all the way out, all the way back up and down. Up, other side, wide sweep, back up and down. Inhale now, exhale. Wide sweep, up and lift, press, return. One more each. Up, press, up and return, up, press, up and return. Hey, 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 I hope that went well because we've worked so hard on this range, so I hope it went well. Let's rest your forehead on your hands, bend your knees, take your thighs on a walk away from your pelvis, and do your baby thigh lifts one at a time. Good, and then lengthen out the legs and straight leg lifts, alternating. Keep the front pubic bones down. then push that ease up onto the elbows. A little core lift as you walk it back and stretch it out. Stretch the hands. Good, then back up on all fours and take your C curve and hold. Lengthen it out. Let's take our lunge walk. Walkie, 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 walk. And ease it forward, breathe. Easy sit back, unwalk that side. Slide it under, try the other side. Walk it up, walk it forward. Breathe out. Good. Easy sit back, unwalk that foot. And we'll tuck our toes, come through our squat. Breathe, release those heels. Calves, Achilles. Woo! And then bottoms up, open up the feet a little, just hang. Decompress some more, breathe it out. You can gently sway if you like, you can nod. Whatever feels good here. Good. Soften those knees and slowly stack. Woohoo! Put the girls back. We'll finish it up. Shoo shoo. Whew. Give everything a little shake. Little vibration shake. Sometimes I do this in the morning. Sometimes I do it whenever I need it. Like, whew. You know how the dogs and the cats, like, you know, they get all like too much energy or something and they just have to shake. I'm feeling that way too. So don't be ashamed. Be a fellow shaker. Let's circle those wrists. Yawn, stretch, whatever feels good. Reverse. Whew. Toss it away. Letting go of that which we cannot control. Oh, but we can control our breath and our body and our stretches and our thoughts, so we'll do the best we can with all that. So let's receive lots of love and joy and peace and calming and groundedness and well-being. We want to stay super grounded and healthy as best we can right now. There's a lot of cyberspace stuff going on too, so lots of shifting everywhere on every level, so just stay mindful and do good things for your body. Yay. And give yourself a hug, because you're doing great. You're here, you're doing great, you're doing good things. Keep honoring your best friend here in your body, in your heart. Love, love. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Love, love. You can always rub your own arms like, as if somebody was caressing you. I was hearing that is as a something we can still do for ourselves, and it feels nourishing and loving to even hug ourselves, squeeze ourselves, just like we would our animals or grandbabies, cats, dogs. Oh yeah, the cats love that. Squeezers. I used to call it. That's why I used to call it squeezers. And the cat. I'm like, oh well, squeezers. So we can do that for ourselves too. It's time for squeezers. Yay, lovelies. I'm going to stop the recording.